First time for. I'm live. Here we go again. This is the first live one for weeks, for about 6 or 7 weeks, I have to say. So I do apologise for anybody out there who's expecting me to do this every week, but for certain reasons, I decided not to do it. So I thought tonight, you know, 6 o'clock in the evening, people are coming home from whatever they're doing, whatever they're up to. And I thought myself, well, just do a quick live one to see if there's anybody still out there who watches us. Which, sometimes people, tend to go through waves when people watch you, obviously, because people, think, oh, well, I won't bother with him this week, or, people just watch people whenever they want. So I thought, with little fanfare, it's a Saturday Night Live 24. Let's go on, see if there's anybody out there. At the moment, there's no one, but I'll crack a beer open. Now, the beer I'm going to crack open is Goliath. Got given it for Christmas, like you do. I used to like this one years ago, but obviously times have moved on in the beer world, like you do. Wonder Beer Wonder. He's Scott's in. Scott's in. He's hello, Scott, mate. Nice to. It's been a while, like you do. I thought I'd just do one. This week, obviously, because I haven't done one for a few weeks because of reasons which I don't want to really talk about. So I thought, the time is right to get back on the old bike again and start doing the odd live one. And I'm just about explaining is that I got given a load of beer for Christmas, by people, relatives and that who don't understand anything about beer, which is fair enough. I've got a bottle of Goliath, which I'm just going to crack open now, just to start doing it, start doing this live feed, which I want to do every week. But obviously, I've decided to take a break from it because I think I needed to as well. Obviously, things happen and that, and Anyway, let's see who else is on. Matt Barker. Yes, mate. I've just reviewed Golden Hour, Doc Spears. Absolutely loved it. Cracking little beer, that. Really, really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. So thank you for sending me that. The beer I'm drinking now, if anybody, is the old Goliath. Like I said, it's been a weird thing happening where beer's concerned with the supermarkets and stuff like that. Obviously, Tesco has started to change their stock gradually and talking up beers. Every time they bring out a beer, there's a big plethora of comments on the internet about it, how good their beer's gonna be and everything. I'm really looking forward to this stout. I'm really looking forward to that and whatever. And like I said, I don't know if any of you saw it. I managed to get hold of a beer this week, Future Proof, which was just in the stores. I walked in, it was just there, picked it up, tried it. And there's a lot of negativity about the beer on the forums of that. When you're a beer reviewer, I tend to just be honest. If I like that beer, I will buy it again, irrespective of what the masses think of it. And I have to say, a lot of people saying it's dishwater and that. I think they're quite slightly harsh on it. I think the beer itself, it's maybe not worth £3. It's quite ordinary, but it was pleasant enough, and that's the main thing. It's people's expectations of what you can get in supermarkets are a little bit too high for me. At the end of the day, you're only paying £3 for a craft beer. If you want to, at the end of the day, this stout, which is coming out on Monday, the Evil Twin, £3.50. It's £3.50. It's really, compared to the bottle shop prices, it's nothing. So for me, people were saying, it could hinge on what this stout's going to do, or what this stout's going to become. If it's stout's any good, if it's going to fall flat on its feet, if people are not going to like it. Obviously, it depends. People go back for more and buy it. So at the end of the day, if I was a bottle shop owner, should I say, I would not be worried about Tesco changing stocks and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, you will be having a lot more different variation. So anyway, let's look at some of the comments. I've got a couple of comments. Just see who does go now. So far, that has been my favourite beer. It has been mine as well, Matthew. It's been my favourite beer by them. Definitely, it's a lovely beer. Lovely beer. Lots of orange notes, lots of notes which are very enjoyable, sessionable as well for the ABV. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed that beer. So I'm in agreement with that. The overtime lager last week I thought was really good as well for a lager. So let's see what else we got. I had the Brew York Pomegranate Raspberry IPA earlier. So you agree with your review that you did. It wasn't really an IPA. It was more like, yes, it was. I was debating whether or not to send you it, because I didn't think you would like that beer, to be honest. The Brew York Pomegranate IPA. Even the wording of it came to me. Even the wording of the Brew York beer, raspberry IPA. I was still searching for them IPA notes, but it did not feel like that. Just got a cat coming in. You coming in? You coming in? Come on. Leave it open. She might come in. She might come in a minute. She's just sitting there. Yeah, so I was dubious of what that beer would be like, to be honest. It was okay beer, to be honest. Little tip, boys and girls, never work with animals. Who we got? Yawn. Are those beer cans behind you empty, or most of them are empty? Those are the ones I've reviewed. If I like the design of the can, not necessarily the beer, I will just stick them behind there. Yes, now and again I have a clear out and chuck them in the bin and that, like you do. Wonder Beer one that, yes, we'll do the bottle swap. I'm thinking of sending you a few of northern beers down here, stuff which you can't get where you are. 3 or 4 bottles of something. Durham Brewery is the brewery which I highly recommend you to try up here, definitely. Especially some of their beers are absolutely beautiful. They're really good, honest beers. I know Dean did something with Ale Digestation once about Durham beers. We'll sort something out, mate, definitely. So let's go on the comments, because I'm getting a few. Let's go to Matt. He's just put something up. Yes, what's your thoughts on Evil Twins' name making an appearance at Tesco? Everything they put their name to is outstanding. Very high hopes in style. I hope it delivers so I can make it a go-to. I'm, Evil Twin in an English supermarket. I have to say, it's a bold step, isn't it, at the end of the day? And I think, more and more people getting into this craft beer thing, if you want to call it that. And Tesco want to be, at the forefront of this. The stout has got to be a good one, because everyone's talking about it in the forums. Everybody's talking about it in different groups on Facebook or social media. There's a lot of talk about this stout. Hopefully, I'm praying it's going to be good, because at the end of the day, if it's a crap one, it's going to be very, very embarrassing for everybody involved. I would imagine it will be good. but there's always an inkling at the end of the day that, when you talk something up, like a beer of this, and it's in Tesco and everything, Evil Twins is Tesco and everything, and that when you talk something up, I do hope it's going to be really, really good for everybody's sake. If it's going to be as bad as what that London Beer Factory, when they released that stout last year, God help them. So let's see who else is up. Captain's Meat Adventures. Hello, mate. Just watching the football, but how good is the beer scene, especially from the supermarkets? The beer scene from the supermarkets. You know what? Tesco at the moment, they're making this big thing. Marks and Spencer I haven't been to for a very long time. Aldi, Lidl, they do their bit. From the cheap point of view. But the likes of Morrison's, Sainsbury's, I think Sainsbury's are terrible, to be honest, at the moment. For me, Sainsbury's have got hardly anything which is worth picking up. I just think I just feel as though they're not bringing out anything worth bothering about. It's like their beers have remained the same for years in Sainsbury's. But I think I'm not complaining in a way, because I think the bottle shops should get a good shout, a good fair share of the market, if you know what I mean. Wonder Be a Wonder. Matt, I'm excited to see a decent stout with Evil Twin involved. It should be decent. This is it. It should be decent. It should be decent. Evil Twin are phenomenal. Evil Twin in a supermarket. It's all talked up. It's hyped up. Everyone's ready for it to come out. And I know that everybody, as soon as it comes out, I know I'll be looking Monday. Everybody, as soon as it comes out, they'll be taking it off the shelves and giving it a go. We're all ready for it. Just hope it is. I really do. Yawn. Yeah. Lol RC. Give the stream a like. Thank you very much, Captain Meats Adventures. I'd like to know where you got that name from. Captain Meats Adventures. That sounds entertaining. Let's go up. I've got quite a few. Got quite a few comments I'm going to get through. I'm going to get through to you all. It should be good, Wanda. I'm excited to try. Hopefully Tesco's will have it in stock, and I get a couple of work on Monday. Don't bank on this beer being in the Tesco's on a Monday. That's from my past experience of going in and ranting and raving about Tesco's. Because, they've got a network of stores all over. Distribution has always been a problem for where I am. For their beers, there's some beers which Tesco have done in the past, which I've never ever seen in the north. The Unbarred Brewery and North Brewing Company collaboration, the Grapefruit IPA or Pale Ale, whatever it was, it's never been up where I am. Never ever been up. I have got a place for this stout to go. I've seen it. It says, sorry, it's out of stock. Whether or not they get it on the Monday or issue it on that Monday is, another thing. I think I'm expecting it to appear towards Thursday. It's weird. This is like beat. It's like this fever about this stout is like as if the Beatles were reuniting and releasing a record. I'll just get the. Let's go here. God, she's a bit funny tonight, isn't you, love? Hey, let's see what's on. So we've got Captain Meats Adventures coming up with another. What can I say? I love Mill Stout. Guinness Bad Company, Black Sheep made good ones. Now, Mr. Captain Meat, I'm actually gonna drink that. The Milk Stout, Black Sheep. Now, I went to the Black Sheep Brewery back in October. Last time I was at the Black Sheep Brewery, and I can tell you now, the milk stout straight at the Black Sheep Brewery is an absolute belter. It really is. It's a cracking pint. But when it gets into the bottle, for some reason, it doesn't feel as special. But I'll tell you what, straight from the brewery, the Black Sheep Milk Stout is a belter. Believe you me, it's lovely stuff. Right, Matt Barker. Let's see what Matt says. If I can bring him up. Also, where the stout is produced in the USA, so how will the stocks go? This is it. You know, this stout we're all going on about is, when was it brewed? How long has it been in storage? How long has Tesco have kept it in storage? How long has it been in a warehouse before it's even, been introduced to the shelf? There's all these questions you're going to ask. How fresh is his beer? Was his beer produced last year? Was it kind of like produced mass production last year, just to build up stocks, then replenish it in Tesco's? I do not know the workings of Tesco's, but all I can say to you is, they made a rod for their own back over this beer, so it better be good. It really has. It's definitely. Thank God for you guys for talking about good and bad beer. Thank you very much. But we've tried to talk about good and bad beer on YouTube. At the end of the day, it's all about you. It's all about what you think. When I do a beer review, it's definitely about what I honestly feel about beer. But all in all, everybody has different tastes. Everybody's not right. Everybody's not wrong. It's all about what you prefer. If you prefer lager, God bless you. If you prefer stouts, God bless it. It's all about what you prefer as an individual. We all have different favorite colours. We all have different favorite football teams or whatever. It's the same. It's that's what it's all about. It's all about enjoying the beer, enjoying everything. So that's what it's all about. So I gotta sort this cat out. You're gonna go out. Go on. There we go. Get rid of the cat. Let's get rid of the cat as always. She's the only thing that worries me about the stout is a nitro widget. I did not know it had a nitro widget in it. For me personally, my experience of beers with nitro widgets is that they look great. They look fantastically smooth, velvety smooth. They look gorgeous. But when it comes to the taste, it loses something for me. To be honest, that is what I think. As a consumer, Guinness Draft, it looks absolutely beautiful, doesn't it? Guinness Draft, it looks beautiful in a glass. Beautiful. It looks a model beer. It looks lush. When you taste it, it's thin as hell. So for me, I didn't know they had an nitro widget. It'd be interesting, say it that way. Matt Barker, let's see what Matt says. I also think Brewdog is on the line to deliver as well, because if this is a flop, I probably won't bother with their beers again when I go shopping. Brewdog, I've said it in the past, everybody's got an opinion on Brewdog. Brewdog, for me, my personal opinion, I've said it before, they're not exciting enough anymore. They're not. Yes, they now and again they do produce the goods. The Brewdog Cloudwater IPA, the New England IPA, which is in Tesco, most probably for me personally the greatest supermarket beer so far. No way did that future proof beer top that. It was, but yeah, they were. They should be where Brewdog should be now. They should be. The thing is, with a brewery, you want it to become successful. How do you become successful? By selling shitloads of beer. do you, when you sell shitloads of beer, do you compromise on the quality of the beer? Yeah, you do. It's like anything, manufacturing, anything you do, if you produce more, the quality goes out the window. That's the way it works, because volume is more important than anything else. Now with Brewdog, because they've become so large, because they've become more or less worldwide distributing in beers, the two blokes at the helm, obviously the two, people who founded it, obviously had to recruit management underneath them. They have to recruit management. Management are there to produce beer at a low cost, maybe, and for maximum profit to the company. So this is what happens when you become a large brewer or a large manufacturing organization. Brewing is manufacturing in a way, isn't it? Because you're making something, you're distributing it. So for me, Brewdog have compromised their integrity to a degree, because they're not an artisan brewer anymore. They're not a brewer which is more or less into the beer. Look at Wander Beyond. You look at, all these fantastic. Whiplash is another fantastic brewer. All these lovely smaller brewers produce really, really good beer. Let's face it, Wander Beyond, Whiplash produce the goods. Omnipollo is another one. Fantastic stuff. With Brewdog, they will produce, I think, a fantastic beer now and again. Honestly think that, let's face it, the best supermarket beer I've ever had is a Brewdog Cloudwater collab. That's from Tesco. But expect, I think, a lot of crap and mediocre beers within it. When I did the pale ale on Friday, I thought I was being a bit too kind to it, I'll be honest, because I don't really like slagging off beers. But what have Brewdog become now? Have they become another Heineken? Have they become another, in the lager realm? Have they become another big selling brewer? I find it a little bit offensive, but we're not mugs, are we? We know a good beer. We all know a good beer, and yeah, it's. We could go on all night about Brewdog, to be honest. So let's go to let's go. I've got a lot of comments now. Let's go back up. We got a lot of comments. Let's go to Brother Zesko. Greetings from Poland. From England. Do like Polish beer. Love it. It's fantastic stuff. Let's see what was said. As a piss poor beer for beer, nothing ever changes. Yes, actually, it's funny enough you say that, Matt Barker. I've gotten out a couple of Asda beers I'm going to review next week. I'll be putting them off. Let's see what's sort of. You got to give Domo some credit. He's changed the Tesco beer range around. I believe. I'm not dissing Tesco. That's one thing I'm not doing, Scott. That's one thing I'm not dissing. I'm not dissing Tesco, but I'm dissing that if you got beers which are going mass, how hard the quality is to be kept in that and whatever. I'm not dissing him at all. Far from it. He's changed the Tesco beer range. Unbelievable. Yes, he's done a great job. He's done a good job. But we're talking about the quality of beer overall, and we're talking about what brewers do to gain maximum profit for the biggest amount of beer produced. they've got to cut corners. You know, they've got to do something. They've got to get a deal in with Tesco or whatever. So, no, the Tesco, that Domo, yeah, I got a lot of credit for him. He's doing his job. He's doing what he's supposed to do. But you know, it's the quality of the beer itself, which is definitely the issue with me. Yeah, good comment on that. Yes, I'll send you the Black Sheep Russian Imperial. Yes, boy, mate, it's a nice beer. I liked it. Definitely, I could have tried to get you the Legacy, the Black Sheep Legacy, as well, which is my favourite Black Sheep beer. Its Legacy was a fantastic beer that I produced. It's like anything, you know, all these big, you know, Yorkshire brewers, Dixon's brewers, you know, all these anybody producing for supermarkets, you know, you need to go to the brewer to get their special stuff. And Russian Imperial is a good beer, so I hope you enjoy it, Matt. I really do. Well, we've got captains. You guys doing these eyes better than the rubbish on TV. Thank you very much. I'll take that to heart. That is brilliant. This is what it's all about, you know. This is not about slagging people off. This is not about slagging breweries off. This is about finding beers what you like, you know, finding beers what everybody likes and enjoying it. You know, the reason why I did do my channel is not to have a go at a brewer, not to have a go at anybody who likes a certain beer. It's basically to have a laugh and enjoy beer. And that's the main thing. That's the main thing behind my channel. There's nothing else, you know, involved in it. And it's nice that people do watch it. It's nice people comment like yourself as well. It's always nice to know that people do watch you. You know, instead of thinking that when you do a beer review, it's like talking to no one. If you know what I mean. So thank you for that. Let's see what Scott says. Evening, Captain. Always good to see, as you know, you're gonna get loads of comments. Yeah, it's nice to see, Captain. Nice to see, Captain. Most always stick only to one beer label when they drink, like myself here. You know, always expand your limitations. Always go out of your way and try any type of beer. Every time I'm out, even if I'm going to the shops, if I see a beer I've never had before, I'll just pick it up. You know, just pick it up, try it. You don't know or don't discover a brewery until you just pick a beer up, random. Just try it and enjoy it. And that's the main thing. That's the main thing that people should do, not to be dogged down with the same beer all the time. Go out there, try it. You know, any brewery, just try it. They're there, you know, they'll produce great beers. Some will produce crap beers, or some will produce beers which are not to your taste. Just go out there, give it a whirl. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Matt, Dino, Kent, Hooligan, Clueless, Scott, and beer reviews. Love tuning into new vids. Yes, they are all legends. They are. There's no right or wrong. Everybody's different. Everybody has their different styles of doing things. Everybody's been what's the word? Influenced by other people or whatever. At the end of the day, all of us, everybody on that comment, have one thing in common: we like beer. You know, that's what we like, and everybody, you know, everybody who's in those comments, they just like beer and like enjoying beer and telling the world about beer, even though sometimes we get it wrong. We get it wrong. You know, it's if you think we're wrong, say it in the comments. You know, I don't get offended. I'm sure they don't get offended. They're just being honest and enjoying the beer, and that's what it's all about. And then, the key thing is having a good laugh about it as well. Have a laugh, be entertaining, just enjoy the beer. You know, that's the main thing. That's the main thing, anyway. Let's see what's going. Let's see what's going. No big, yeah. Totally agree, Scott. Totally agree. That is a great comment. Nothing. The main thing is nothing excites me anymore, and that is the main thing. Nothing excites me anymore. And BrewDog, nothing excites me anymore. When you go into a bottle shop, I go, if I go to York tomorrow, I go to me bottle shop, Trembling Madness, go in there, they'll have a stream of beers about, and I'll never look at a BrewDog beer. They'll have BrewDog in there, most probably, but I'll never look at them because it doesn't excite me. You know, they don't do it. They just don't do it. And it's a shame. I want them to do it. I want them to be, you know, edgy. I want them to be at the forefront of it. Punk IPA, when it first came out, you know, it was, but now they need to do something exciting. The collaborations in Tesco, yes, they are drawing interest, but I'll tell you one thing, there is people out there who like get a kick out of kicking BrewDog. I'm not into getting a kick out of kicking BrewDog, believe you me. There's people out there who love to slag BrewDog off, think they're, you know, love to give them a good kicking. Nah, all I want BrewDog to do is produce something good, something memorable. But because they're so big, I'll be surprised if they did. So let's go on to the next load of comments. We've got some loads of comments here. The Gallagher. The Gallagher against Excelsior. Yes. There's sometimes when you do a video, it's funny, isn't it? It's the stuff which is so mediocre and so crap is the best stuff to do. It really is. It's so over the years, when you do a video, once you finish the video up here, it registers, and you think that's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a classic. And it's the same when I did a special brew, the Carlsberg special brew. I remember, I'm not one for viewing figures or stats on my channel or anything like that. But I'll tell you now, when I did the special brew one, when I finished it, I knew that it was a good one, because when I do my beer reviews, I'm not scripted. I'll just talk to the camera like I'm talking to one of my mates across the table. And it is the best thing to do. If you've got an ounce of sense of humour, you would get everything what I do. And when I did that one, the Galahad against Excelsior, it just flows. You get your material, you get everything that what influences you to do a beer review. You get the material out of the beer, looking at the can, everything. The whole material to do a funny beer review is there in front of you. All you need to do is convert that into comedy, and that's exactly how I do it. It is. I love doing them. I do. Tune in for some more crappy beers because they're coming. Hello, Thomas. Nice to hear from you, mate. Nice to hear from you. So we got. Yeah, it's just had to keep them apart. I really did. I'll tell you what, they would have kicked off. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to write in my house with them. Yeah, evening, Thomas, mate. We got some. Hi, Scott. Yeah, we're all getting some greetings put in, which is fantastic as always. Boom. Let's go up to. We got some great. Jeremy Vincent. Jeremy Vincent. Hello, Jeremy. Nice one, mate. Who have we got? We've got Richard. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It is an honour. I do like doing this stuff. We got some great comments. Craft beer pause. Cheers, craft beer pause. I'm just going through all the comments here. We just have to go back up. Let's go. Let's go. We've got Thomas, I think, coming up. Hopefully, I'll bring him up. Stanley Good Brewery, yes. Haven't got hold of any of that stuff yet, but I know that it's next to my favourite place in the whole wide world. Is it next to Flatton Park? I don't think I'll be allowed in there, especially if I wore a red and white shirt. But the rubbish Spurs much better than Carling. Yes, you're right there. I totally agree with that. That's a good point, Captain Meeks. We have got a comment from a new person. I think Pockets McCartney. Hello, Pockets. I don't know why you call yourselves Pockets McCartney. I want to see another beer deal to see if the right hand beer still had less head than the left. Yes. You're going to get one. I'll be doing I think the next one will be the Rheinbacher Pilsner against the Perlenbacher Pilsner. That's going to be the next beer deal, couple of weeks' time. So you watch out. Yes, it's weird that, isn't it? I can't get hold of it. I looked at the glasses. I've looked at everything. I've looked at anything. It's like a magician's trick. It's kind of like, yeah, there's something going on here. So good point there, Pockets. Can I call you Pockets because you've got deep pockets full of money? We need to get people more. We need to buy people a pint. Let's see what Scott says. If it come up, see if it'll show it. If it'll come up, Scott, are you coming up? Yeah, I wasn't saying no, Dad. Get that. It's just a point I was. There's no two ways about it. Quality is all over the show. It is. It's up and down in Tesco, Scott. It really is. It's. You don't know what you're gonna get in Tesco. I think these days. I think they should shove that brute pale ale stuff up the backsides. To be honest, get good and bad wherever you go, mate. That's the problem, innit? Let's see. We got. Oh, let's go and see to Matt Barker if he's here. So you get a couple of beers a month. I haven't started getting a couple of beers a month, mate. Swap May, June. I will say June time, Matt. Yeah. So I'm going. I'll say June time, Matt. I'm off to the Hop Knock hopefully this week to see Ben and that. He might mention you, so I'll let you know if he mention you. So we've done that one. Done. Let's see what Captain Me. I love trying the beers you guys review if I can get hold of them. If you got a good bottle shop near you, Captain, I suggest you go in there. I'll try to stick to supermarkets more than anything because I know that the universal appeal of supermarkets is all over, so everybody can go out and try their beers. It's always best to review supermarket beers because everybody can try them. You know what I mean? Let's see what Matt says. To be fair, don't you find supermarket real ales hit and miss as well? Some are great, some are just middle. Yes, I do. But, I try to make the past few weeks do more ales. I do like my ales. I do like my real ales. I do. I like the small breweries. I like, the stuff which just gets bottled up and sent in farm shops and that. I do like that. So yeah, I do like me good ales. So yeah, always there's as good and bad in every style, isn't there, Matt? At the end of the day, let's see what. Oh, press the wrong button. Let's go. Let's see what. Captain Meat said, "Good beer makes the weekend. If you tell us about good one, I'll go and buy them. Like the Tesco's beers last year. Yes, and I'll tell you what, I'm gonna take a break. So I need to go to the toilet." Hey, back again. Right, where are we? Let's go to Captain's Meats Adventures. Sorry about that, boys and girls, but you know, nature calls. The problem with some cities don't have bottle shops. You're joking. Liverpool, the size of Liverpool, does not have a bottle shop. That is crazy. How can a city the size of Liverpool not have a bottle shop? Surely there'll be a bottle shop in Liverpool. Anybody out there who's watching this live stream who know of a bottle shop in Liverpool, put it in the comments and we will let Captain Meat know. I can't believe that. Can't believe that whatsoever. So let's go then. We have got a comment from PA Brew Reviews. No, he says no. I was, but me old, it's all gone a bit. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know where I did have. There he is. Mr. PA Brew Reviews is up. Hello, nice to see you, mate. As always, I do watch you. I do watch you quite often. I've watched you for years, to be honest. I remember your Speckled Hen one years ago. So cheers for tuning in, mate. Captain Meat Special Brew Reviews, one of it's not all about subs at the end of the day. It's all about having a laugh and enjoying yourself. That's what it's all about. It's meeting. It's great meeting people. It's great talking to people. It's great sending beer to people. It's just great. Just to interact, because we've got one thing in common, and that is that we do like a good pint of beer, and it's just lovely, nice, to talk to people. And that's what it's all about. Window beer reviews. Yes, I've been watching window beer reviews. I've enjoyed watching beer window. It's a different style, but it works. Yeah. What's he got up now? What's he got up? Don't forget. Yes, I will share and like as well. So there's a Captain Meats. He's watching. I can see. Let's see the big duel. That one. Yes, I think it's going to be close because actually I like both of them beers. Both of them beers are really, really good. The Pilsners, the Rheinbacher Pils and the Perlenbacher Pils are really, really good beers for the money. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Not too sure about that. I think it's going to be closer than that, Captain. I really do. I really do think it's going to be a little bit closer. Let's go back to see who's on. Hello, Juan here. Hello, Juan's Beer Reviews and Tools. Nice of you to join us, mate. If you want to comment, feel free. I will answer anything you have to say, and that it's always a pleasure seeing another beer reviewer joining us. It's always great. It's always great. It really is. Matt Barker had a cracking one to Beyond Stout, the Hop Knocker. Enjoy my little visit there. It is a great little shop, Hop Knocker. Like I said, he's a little bit pricey, but you got to be a little bit pricey. But he's a knowledgeable fella, Ben. Knows his stuff. I think his dad was a head brewer at Feakson's. I think he was. It's always a nice little place to go and enjoy a few beers. Definitely. I'm glad you went there, mate. I really am. We got Thomas. Hi, Ron. Ron says, hello, Thomas, on Massachusetts, USA. That's a bit of a way. Oh, we got some more. I've got to go back up. Let's go. It's a Scott. I think it's from Scott. Got a great life. I've got to show. I'm off for date night in the shed. If the shed is knocking, if the shed is rocking, don't come knocking. All the best, Scott. Yeah, all the best. Always like watching you, mate. So take it. Have a good time. So what we got next? We got hi Ron, I'm from Carlo Island. Never been to Ireland in my life. I'm sure Carlo sounds a very nice place. Window B review says hello by Scott. Let's see what we got. Ireland where the grass is green always. It's expected to be green always in Ireland. I'd expect it will be in Ireland. Let's see what we got. Can hear that flush once we break the seal. That's you know. Listen, I'm doing a live stream. If I need to go, I need to go, man. I can't help it. You know, I'm drinking beer. What does beer do to you? It makes you want to go. Enough. Let's see what Matt Vargas also said. To fair level 2 players top of my head. I've never been to Liverpool in my life, to be honest. So yeah, thanks for putting that up, Matt. Never been to Liverpool in my life. Drawing butterfly. Hello, nice to see you. Nice to see you. You're always a regular. Thank you very much for joining us. So we got a comment for you. Prime Minister Boris Johnson and his girlfriend having their first baby. So Boris Johnson has hit the bullseye, like he does. Are we going to get political? My thoughts on Boris Johnson is, well, politicians are all prats, to be honest with you. The only criticism I have of Boris Johnson at the moment is that people have been getting flooded throughout the country because of the weather, and he hasn't made a point in visiting them, which is a bit stupid, really, because if you're Prime Minister, you should really go and visit people who've been flooded and that, go through hardship at the end of the day, because they're the ones voting for you. But apart from that, you know, Boris Johnson, yeah, having a baby, should get married next, you know. Like you do. Yeah. Also got Matt Barker says, I've only been once to Liverpool. I have a friend who always brings me a can from there. Like I say, I've never been to Liverpool ever. You know, I've never had the desire to go to Liverpool. I don't know why. I just don't. I mean, the nearest I've been to Liverpool was Blackpool, and that was a while back. But you know, Liverpool for me, I don't have any affinity with Liverpool because I don't come from Liverpool, and that's the reason why I don't go there. But it's weird because I've never thought of Liverpool as a brewing powerhouse, to be honest. Let's see what he says. What do you think of that? I'm 40 miles from Newcastle. What do I think of Ant and Dec? I'll be honest. I don't mind Dec. Is it Dec, the funny one? And he's a bit of a prat, isn't he? I think Ant's a prat. I think Dec's okay. But what makes this ironic is the fact is that who's the one who got done for drink driving? Was it Ant? One of the two. Was it Ant? Anyway, he got done for drink driving, didn't he? And of course, you know, he got done for drink driving, and everybody kind of like forgives him. They kind of like saying, "Oh, poor old Ant, he's on blah blah this and blah blah that," and about £400,000 a year. But we forgive him because he's been done for drink driving. I'll tell you what, you know, anybody else would have got a kick up the arse and sent to fucking prison for that. So no, I don't think much of him, to be honest. I think he's a prick. As for Dec, I think he could be better on his own, to be honest. I think he's quite a natural, isn't he? Housewives' favourite, you could say. But that's why I think they're taking away all my viewers tonight as well, Ant and Dec. Everybody should be watching me. But no, I think how I think it's so. What's the word? I can't think of the word. Ant and Dec. It's so kind of like I can't think of the I can't think of the word. Anyway, and maybe Dec should have just gone off on his happy, on his happy way. It's weird because I'm talking about Ant and Dec. I'm not talking about beer anymore, and and the views have dropped down to 5. So I'm going to finish on me goblin, like you do. Not goblin, Goliath. Which I have to say, is not bad. I used to like Goliath long time ago. Matt's just going, and got done for drunk driving. Everybody felt sorry for him. I couldn't believe it. No, nor could I. I've dropped down to 4 now. Obviously, there's a lot of and followers out there. I've dropped down to 4 views. Killed it off. He killed the live stream off, Matt. No, I couldn't. I think he should have got sacked. I think he should have got prosecuted, and I think he should have had his. I don't know if he had his license revoked, but I think he should be sent to Wormwood Scrubs. I mean, I reckon he should be somebody's bitch in Wormwood Scrubs, like you do in the shower department, like you do. I'll just go in with me Goliath, like you do. So yeah, so I need to finish me Goliath, and I'm just going to crack this one open. I'll be on for another half hour, I think. And the beer I'm going to drink next is Black Sheep Milk Stout, which, believe you me, in the brewery, it is a lovely, lovely beer. I really loved it. Straight in the brewery, Black Sheep's Milk Stout is absolutely lovely. Bottle, not too sure. See what? Come on, we go. No, don't mention Amanda Holden. That's put to bed. That's put to bed. That's put to bed. Matt, you can mention any. Look, the viewer's gone up to 5 now. Matt, you can mention anything you want, mate. You really can. Honestly, anybody can mention anything they want. At the end of the day, it's always a good old chinwag, as always. All the money has gone. He couldn't even pay for a taxi. That's the most ironic part. Yeah, how responsible. He's with his mother, wasn't he? So how irresponsible was his mother, knowing that he was half pissed, getting into the taxi, getting into the Mini. Was it a Mini? I can't remember now. I mean, he should be finished and gone. He should be sent to Wormwood Scrubs, like you do. So go with me last me got Goliath. So anybody out there, tell me exactly what you've been drinking, what you've been doing today. What I've been doing today, I'm off in June, looking at where I'm going, what I'm going to put up on this channel, from what country or whatever. It looks like I could be going back to Spain in June. I said to myself, I'm not going to go away this year, but it looks like I'll be going back to Spain to do some more beer reviews. Like you do, I do enjoy reviewing beer abroad. I have to say, it's nice actually picking up something which you're not used to seeing. As always, it's been a year or so since I've had that meal, so I'm just having. Sounds nice. Yawn. Just gonna show, was it? Jordan, what is that grey thing behind you there? What, this here? Is that what you're saying? That there? This here? This, yawn, is what we call a cat tower. I've got 3 cats. I've got 3 pedigree cats. I've got 2 Burmans and a Maine Coon. This tower goes all the way up to the ceiling. This tower took me about 3 to 4 hours to assemble. So that's what that is. That is like a little bucket for them to sit in. The other side, the grey, up there, that thing there is a cat bed. Believe it or not, the cat sometimes sits in it. So I'm surrounded by cat paraphernalia. So thank you for that. Thank you for that, mate. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Wait until Britain's Got Talent starts. Your last stream will be full of you. Nah, I'm not going to go into that. The other side. Yes, we know about that. What we got? We have got. Oh, what we got? We have got. Oh, from Russia with love. Hopefully, if it'll bring up. What Russian beer? Yes, I have been. I have been there. I have. I went about 12 years ago. Moscow. Only about 3 or 4 days. Red Square. Went down to Stalingrad for a day. Came back up. Saw the Mother Russia above the ice rink. And I didn't drink much beer at the time, so I wasn't doing this. So the Russian beer I had was when I was in Spain at Christmas, and I enjoyed it. I did. Lvivsky was cracking beers from Lvivsky. So thanks for that comment. Thank you very much. Neil Stam, I'm drinking. Yes, it's very hard to get hold of at the moment, especially where I am. I'm just fantastic that I saw it. Fantastic. I picked it up. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Yes. So we've got coming. Yes, hello from England. Hello, thank you very much. Let's see what else we got. What Russian beer did you like? Have you been? Yeah, we've done that one. What we got now? Trolls. Who cares about trolls? I don't care about trolls. If you got something intelligent to say on this live stream, stick it on the live stream. It doesn't matter. What we got? Oh, let's see what we got. We got quite a few. Come to us in Russia. I love English football and beer, especially your house. Thank you very much. I take it as a compliment as an Englishman. Yeah, English football's great. You can't go wrong with that, can you? and yeah, the beer's great as well. So you come to England, definitely. See what we got. We have had a great beer around November time by the Zagvor Brewing. I've never had that one. Never had anything from them. To be honest, my Russian beer knowledge is quite limited in a way, so I can't answer that, Matt. So yeah, no problems, Niels. Thank you very much for commenting and watching. As always, it's always an honour to have someone. Oh, that's a good question. What's my favourite style of beer? I love all styles of beer, to be honest. There's always good and bad in beer styles. I think to limit yourself to a certain style of beer is a little bit wrong, because I think you're missing out on other creative variations of different beer styles. So I haven't really got a favourite style of beer. So thank you for that. Thank you for that indeed. Matt Barker, been a while. Yes, I have to agree. Phenomenal. You're right there. What English football team do you support? I am a Southampton supporter. I've been a Southampton supporter for most of my life. Most of my family come from Southampton, so I support them. They're not really a great club to some. They're not really a big club to some, but I support them. They're my club. So there you go. What else we got? Arsenal forever. Fair enough. Fair enough indeed. So, boys and girls, just got to crack this one open. What I do, the Black Sheep Milk Stout. What I do. There you go. So, let's pour this out. Like I said, I had this beer back in the Black Sheep Brewery back in October, and I have to say, it was a belter. I really loved it. It was really sweet. It was creamy. Somehow, it for me, it lost it in the bottle. I'm hopeful, you know, I haven't had it for a while, so I'm hopeful it might be, you know, worth trying, like you do. Um, let's see what else we got. What country would you like to visit? It's a good question. What country would you like to visit and why? I mean, I have a favourite country. My favourite country is Greece. I absolutely love Greece. love going to um, abroad to Greece. Spending time in Greece is a beautiful country, and I love it. My favorite, what country would I like to visit? I think out of all the countries, I would like to go to the Himalayas. I'd like to go to Nepal or something spiritual, something spiritual that which would, maybe develop you into a different person in a way, something that which you would find a level playing field spiritually, something which would change your own outlook on life. And I think a visit to a certain place or country which does that to you would most probably be the best place to go to, you know what I mean? So thanks for that. I think the Himalayas, I think, would be Nepal, China, India border. I think that would be the best for me. So thanks for that. Let's see what else we got. It's one from Yawn. I soon see Klaus Linderbaum is a legend. He's a legend at our club. Klaus Linderbaum is an absolute legend. He is Southampton through and through as well. Um, I've never ever met him, but he's a great player. So that gets a thumbs up. Thank you, Yawn. Let's see what else we got. What American beer do you like? I like loads. I like loads. I'm a big fan of the Founders KBS. I'm a big fan of Founders. I think Founders are great. Stone are fantastic. Belching Beaver, the peanut butter milk stout was a belter. That was a belter. Yeah, I like. There's lots of American beers I like. I find it very hard to get hold of them in England at the moment. Oscar Blues as well. I like a lot of American beers. Very, very appreciative of American beers. So, yes, big thumbs up. I like a lot of American beers. Let's see. We'll go to. I can't pronounce your name. I'm sorry. What's your attitude to European beer, German, Belgian? I love all of them. I love all of them. German, fantastic lagers. They do fantastic lagers. If I wanted a great lager, I go to Germany. Belgian, I love Belgian beer. The Trappist Rocheforts, the quads, the triples, love them all. They're fantastic. Czech, the Pilsners. Czechoslovakia is home to the Pilsner for me. The Pilsner Urquell is one of the best beers, best Czech Pilsner beers in the world. I don't care what people say, it's phenomenal. So I love all European beer. I love all Europe, to be honest. So yeah, big fan. What else we got? Got a little beer trip planned in May, mate. Copenhagen, yes. Good luck to you. I think you're gonna get some good stuff there, mate. Got Michela to all, and yeah, this sounds really exciting. That, to be honest, at the moment, I'm not too sure where I'm gonna go. I'm off in June somewhere. Um, I think it'll be more towards Spain again, but I don't mind going to Spain because I love doing the old Spanish beers like you do. Always post Spanish beer reviews up. Um, so for me, um, it's always great going abroad wherever you go. It's always great because you're going to pick up beers you're not necessarily familiar with, and it just gives you the urge just to stick on that camera and tell people what you think of it. So cheers, everybody. Nice beer. It's not bad. Milk stout. Not bad at all. Still not a patch on that one at the brewery, though. Brewery one. Oh, keep repeating myself. So let's go to Russia with love again. Let's see what we got. Which country is home to the IPA? Well, I believe the English invented the IPA. The English were the people who sent the the IPA, Indian Pale Ale, to India. But it had to be hopped up. It had to be able to last the journey from England to India. So it had to be hopped up to survive it. Because at the beginning, they brewed beer which didn't survive the journey, which really needed to be downed just around Cape Town in Africa, to be honest, on the way to India. So that's where I believe the word IPA, Indian Pale Ale, came from. It's a hopped up beer to survive the journey from England to India back in the days when England owned half the world before giving it away and selling it to everybody. So that's where it came from. So thank you for that comment. It's great. Let's see what about the craft beer scene that everybody's enjoying now wouldn't be here if it wasn't for America. Yes, craft America's influence on craft beer has been massive. In the way it's distributed, it's the way it's presented, it's the way it's served, it's everything. It's a lot of the philosophy for craft beer everywhere is from America. We invented the stuff. America's taken it to another level, and I suppose this next question is much the same. Why do Americans argue that they invented the IPA? They haven't really, to my liking. They've invented the way it's presented. They've invented the way it is served and distributed throughout. There's a difference. The IPA back in colonial times was invented by English to survive a journey to India. The IPA you're mentioning about in America, I think if they've taken it to another level, stronger beer, more hops, and they've kind of like refined the way it's presented, it's distributed, the way it's served. So that's the way they look at it. That's the way they look at it. Let's go to Captain Meat. Just wondering what impact the Brexit would have on beer. I'm wondering that, Captain, as well. Especially Belgian foreign beers, which are imported into this country. We don't know, do we? Because we've decided on Brexit, but there's no deal in place, so it could go anywhere. It could go anywhere. It's one of them things which could sway either. So for me, because there's no deal in place, I'm not expecting Belgian beers to disappear off the shelves. That's the way I look at it at the moment. but hopefully it won't come to that. But we don't know what this government's going to do. So that's a good point. That is a good point. What we get? Boddington's you're talking about. I've never reviewed it, and that's the honest truth. I should review it. I need to review it. If I remember, like, it's an easy drinking beer. It's part of the British, establishment. If you can get it in Russia, enjoy it. Yeah, it's along the lines of John Smith's for me, in a way. Like I say, I need to review it. So it's a good point. You reminded me there. I'm making a note to review it. So, boys and girls, we've been going for over an hour, and I have to say it's been a great live stream so far. We've had some great comments, and long may they live. So we got one from Matt Barker. If it wasn't for America, I believe most people would just be drinking the mass-produced piss water because it's only been the last few years people's drinking it. Yes, people's drinking habits will only change if they're aware that there's an alternative. Okay, if there's not an alternative and I'm not aware of it, then people's drinking habits will not change. That's the way it works. So with the likes of Tesco and the supermarkets bringing out craft beer, it's always a brilliant thing because it makes the average consumer aware of the alternative. Whether or not they pick that can off the shelf or not, it makes them aware that there is an alternative. There is different breweries out there. It's only the likes of me or you, Matt, which would go out of our way to a bottle shop and try a beer. It needs to have the whole mass market aware of an alternative. That's what it's all about. So what are we going next? Klaus almost killed his tobacco, and he even planned to buy one of my tennis off with drugs. But I didn't know that. He's a legend at Southampton. Klaus Linderbaum is a legend. I've always liked Klaus Linderbaum. There's a lot of supporters out there who like Klaus Linderbaum. I did not know that myself personally, but he is well loved. He's well respected, and he was a fantastic player for us. He really was. What I said, Klaus Linderbaum, Matthew Le Tissier, Marion Pahars, they were fantastic for our club, and long may that live. He was great. Klaus Linderbaum was fantastic. I'm just sad to read that. So thank you for that. Thank you for that indeed. Let's go to Russia with love. Is Guinness as good as Irish say? Guinness is as good as what you want to say. That's the way I see it. Guinness is supposed to be different in Ireland. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be different. It's supposed to be a different tasting beer in Ireland. Different to what you taste where you are, different to what taste where I am. So I need to go to Ireland and try it out. I like Guinness draft. Not draft, I like the original, but I'm not keen on the draft. Anything with a nitro bubble in it, I'm not too keen on, but you try it for yourself, you see what it's like. We've got Tyler Croft. Yes, thank you, mate. Thank you for joining us. We're doing a live one. Feel free to put anything you want in the comments. We'll try to reply to you. This is the first live one I've done for a few weeks, so feel free. What else we got? The time will come, and I will live in England. Being football is my dream. Glory to Arsenal. I don't know about Arsenal being glorious at the moment, to be honest. My thoughts on Arsenal, that They were phenomenal in the 90s, Arsenal. I have to say, Thierry Henry was fantastic, a fantastic player. Um, Now I think they've fallen a little bit behind everybody else, but I'm sure their time will come, Arsenal. Usually happens in football, doesn't it? So, yeah. Um, Welcome to England. See what else we got. I know what you mean, mate, because I know people at work who have never been to a bar in their lives but drink craft beer. That's about, yes, this is it. It's all about um, awareness. It's all about making the consumer aware of what's out there. The problem is with the bottle shops and the supermarkets, bottle shops are dearer. And at the end of the day, if people don't appreciate, spending a lot of money on a beer, then they won't get it, will they? At the end of the day, if you're into your beer, you will understand the reasoning behind spending £9 on a can of beer. Some people will not understand that. Even now, today, I can go to work or anywhere, and people say, "How much do you spend for that beer?" Well, about £9, £9 a can. You're joking, are you? It's that people don't appreciate that what goes into what's in that can. So I think that is the key thing for stuff like that. Uh, let's see what's coming up next. So, yes, I do. I'm a massive Maiden fan. Um, I do like Iron Maiden. I've grown up on them, since I was that high. This is what makes rock music so special. The bands which you grew up with are still going. The bands who still do a fantastic live show are still there, and it's real. It's proper music. It's something which is not a fad, and I love Iron Maiden for it. Favorite song? There's too many. Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, Wasted Years. One of them two will do me. At the end of the day, Budol achieved what it set out to do, which was get people mass-produced beer. They did, but they're becoming mass-produced themselves in a way. For me, they're starting to appear everywhere, starting to be mass-produced themselves. So it's a vicious circle in a way, man. Vicious circle. What is your dream? My dream. I haven't got a dream. Maybe my favourite dream is go and live abroad, most probably Greece or somewhere nice. See what we've got coming up. PA Brew reviews. Yes, I do think overall, general, the craft beer world price gouging is a big problem. Overall, people charge way too much money for beers in general. And it does people who want to try something different. It's the price that puts them off. So that's a good point there. That is a very good point. Evil that men do lives on and on. Yeah. Say no more. Seventh son of a seventh son, Paul. Rock on. No, if you're a big Rush fan, but I'm a big Rush fan. Neil Peart, when he passed away, still raw at the moment. Let's see what else we've got coming up. Do you know any Russian rock bands? No, but yeah, Gorky Park. Were they Russian? Gorky Park. I remember them. The reason why I know Gorky Park was I like Scorpions. Scorpions play Russia quite often, don't they? I remember supporting. I didn't support Scorpions in Russia, Gorky Park. Didn't I do that big festival in the 80s? Was it Gorky Park, Cinderella, Ozzy Osbourne, Scorpions, Motley Crue, and Bon Jovi? I think I can't remember the name of the festival. I remember seeing it. Can't remember it. Yeah. See what the songs come up. I'm glad he's okay now. Absolutely glad he's okay now. He was a Saints legend. He still is. Klaus Sundergaard, you know, one club man, wasn't he, really, in a way? He never played for anybody else apart from us, really, in the English league. So, yeah, I'm so glad about that because he was a great player. He really was. P.O. Boo reviews. Yeah, Number the Beast. That's a classic Maiden album, wherever there was. Most probably the most classic album going, you know. It's got so many great songs on that album. Can I pick a favourite from the Number the Beast? I have to say, Prisoner, my favourite from that album. You're not a number. You're number 6. Is it number 6? Can't remember. You're lucky you get a crappie and a box up for £5 these days. True. True. Yeah, you know, it's the price at the end of the day. They need to kind of reevaluate the price and the quantity as well. The quantity of beers and stuff, you know. The 330 mils, 250 mils, 550s, I need to, you know, address that. Don't become too far away from, you know, the punters. Don't distance yourself. At the end of the day, it's, you know, the normal man on the street, which, you know, buys a beer. So what's coming up? I'm not too familiar with. Sounds like death metal. Not too familiar with that, mate. You listen to bands? Yes, that was it. And it was quite weird. I read a story about this festival in Russia, 89. Bon Jovi were headlining. The guy who put this all together was a guy called Doc McGee. Doc McGee was a manager of, I think he's a manager of Kiss now these days. I'm not too sure. But at the time, he was done for drugs. He was busted for drugs. And I think he was kind of like sentenced to a long term in prison. This Doc McGee. And I think he did this kind of like festival in Russia to kind of like, he did it to kind of like get himself off a heavy sentence, I think. So he decided, because he was a manager at the time, I think he was manager of Motley Crue at the time, he decided to amass these bands together for this festival. I think it was in an Olympic stadium in Russia. And I remember that the Scorpions should have been headlining that day because Scorpions are massive in Russia. Bon Jovi were the upcoming band at the time, I think New Jersey and that. And if I remember rightly, there was a big punch up in this gig between Motley Crue and Bon Jovi, if I remember, because I think Skid Row were there as well. I think it might have been the Skid Row incident was because Bon Jovi kind of like managed Skid Row at the time, and I think they had a big punch up over rights and stuff like that. And the reason why this festival went ahead was because of Doc McGee. He wanted to basically have a more lenient sentence of what he was convicted for. But I could be wrong. Put me one in the comments for that. I think that was one. Let's go to another comment. Well, I do like Pink Floyd, but I'm going to be in the mood for Pink Floyd. Comfortably Numb, fantastic guitar solo is to die for. It's one of the most probably the greatest guitar solo ever. So yeah. Captain Meat, I think, is coming up. Gorky Park. Moscow Calling is next. If I can show it. Is it Moscow Calling? Can you show? I'm not sure. Is it Moscow Calling? Might come up. Yes, Moscow calling. Moscow calling. Let's see what's coming up. It wasn't just Hop Knocker, mate. Bottle shops in general are more like £6, £8.50. Yeah, it was. It's kind of like, you get for what you pay for, and at the end of the day, I think that price is okay. I'll still pay £6 to £8.50 for a beer from a bottle shop. I think it's warranted. At the end of the day, the bottle shop needs to make a bit of money on a decent beer, so I don't mind paying that. I don't mind paying extra, especially somewhere like the Hop Knocker. He needs to make money at the end of the day. If he don't make money, he's not going to be in existence. So there's a premium to pay for a beer when you go in there. But I don't mind paying that. I really don't. I think it's important that bottle shops stay open for everybody. It really is. Um, so let's see what else we got coming up. Yeah, I've watched it all on YouTube. Yeah, I remember it. Actually, I remember it as a teenager. I remember when it happened. Um, it was different. It was a lot. It was different at the time. A lot of different bands playing, and I still watch stuff now. Footage from it, Cinderella were excellent that day, if I remember rightly. And so, yeah, um, I still watch stuff from that. So, indeed, what festival, what concert were you at? What was just super? That's a good question. I go back to my teenage years. I used to teenage years. I used to I used to see quite a few concerts when from the mid-90s onwards. Teenage years, I went to see um, Kiss and Magnum a few times. Um, then I went and saw Rush on the Roll of Bones tour, Wembley Arena, April '92, which was fantastic. And it was the day before the Freddie Mercury Memorial. So I remember walking past Wembley Stadium and I remember seeing Slash rehearsing on the stage at the Freddie Mercury tribute. And Wembley Arena, they did the Rush. So I watched Rush. I really, really enjoyed them. I've been to a few. I'm actually off to see Whitesnake in June with the wife. I don't mind Whitesnake. It's all right. Europe Whitesnake. Why not get their wigs out and that? Which is looking forward to that. But um, I've seen a lot of bands over the years, and for me, it's a hard question. Um, so it's a hard question for me. Um, gonna AC/DC are they're Australian, but they used to have a Scottish singer called Bon Scott. They are Australian band. Most probably one of the greatest Australian exports ever. Most probably, most probably the greatest, one of the greatest live bands in the world. Um, you know, ignore their albums and stuff. When it gets to the live stuff, AC/DC come alive. They really do. So for me, they are one of the greatest bands, live bands in the world. So highly recommend you to see them if they come to Russia. I think they're touring this year. Got a new album out this year, I think. When you play, do you taste a big difference between super? I mean, big hot bomb or massive? I think there is a different Matt. There is a difference in quality. There's a difference in quality of beer. There's a difference. It's not just the imagination. When you buy something fresh from a bottle shop, quite expensive, even if it's a double IPA or a stout, there's more appreciation up there towards it. I think there is some more freshness about the beer from a bottle shop as opposed from a supermarket. But it could be just your mind playing games, if you know what I mean. I guess it's why there is so much hype for this evil twin. Yeah, but it better be good. It really does, because I'll tell you what, if it's brewed up and stored in a warehouse before distribution, you're gonna tell if it is. It better be good for Tesco's sake, because I'll tell you what, if it falls flat on its arse, then we have got From Russia with Love, as always. I love Rammstein. I think Rammstein are fantastic. Rammstein do a great live show. I don't understand any of the lyrics, but the pure spectacle of it more than makes up for it. And I think Rammstein are very much the future of rock and roll. They have to be, because all the bands which I know and love are dying off. And I think Rammstein will take that mantle to the Pink Floyd level. I think Rammstein are fantastic. So they always get a big thumbs up. Riser, Riser, fantastic album. So yeah, I love them. I love Rammstein. Fantastic. What we got? Which Black Sabbath singer is your favourite? Well, it's a toss up between Ozzy and Ronnie James Dio, isn't it? At the end of the day, they did their best material with Ozzy. You know, I love Black Sabbath 4, Volume 4, Black Sabbath, brilliant. Dio was more operatic in his singing, but it was hell of a voice on him. So I'll have to say Ozzy. I'll have to say Ozzy for me. I'm an Ozzy man when it comes to Black Sabbath, I have to say. Definitely. What's my favourite band? My favourite band is Rush. My favourite band is Rush. Always has been Rush. Always will be Rush. Been a big Rush fan all my life. I just do. I love. Yeah, I've even got an old copy of Classic Rock here. It's got Rush on it. There you go. This was back from 19. I don't know what it is, but big fan of Rush. Yeah, I always keep me classic rock. So here, Rush, love them. That's my favourite band. Absolutely love them. I just do. Best band in the world for me. Technically brilliant players. Technically brilliant players. Yeah, totally. I mean, I don't think it'll flop. I've got a good feeling about this beer. The description: Vietnamese coffee. I've never had Vietnamese coffee in my life, so I'm not too sure what it's gonna be about, you know. But I'm sure it'd be fantastic stuff. I can't see Evil Twin being involved in something which isn't fantastic. So um, fingers crossed. I want it to be good. I really do. I don't want it to flop at all. Far from it. But you know what people are like on these. Know what people are like on these forums and that. They love a good slag off of beer, don't they? So I don't, ignore them. Just go honestly, be honest to yourself. That's the main thing. How do you feel about Nirvana? I don't mind Nirvana. Bleach was a great album. I didn't mind the Bleach album. Didn't mind Nevermind. Nevermind was great, but that's about as far as it goes for me from Nirvana because I was a big hair metal fan. So when Nirvana came along, they had a big clear out, didn't they? The likes of Striper, Warren, and everybody else disappeared. So, um, and we've got a new one here. We've got a new one. So I'll bring it up. Back from the days when people used to buy. Yeah, I don't mind buying magazines. I love buying. I used to buy Kerrang years ago. But if I pick up a magazine with my favourite band, You know, always keep it. Always keep a magazine with favourite band. Always do, because I just do. Um, Here's another band, actually. That there, them lot there. Can you pick that up? Little Angels. I've got a story to tell you about Little Angels. I used to drink. I drank with them once years ago. I always liked the Little Angels. Eastbourne Radio 1 Roadshow when I was a kid. I was a teenager. I went to watch the Little Angels do their latest single on a East Radio 1 Roadshow. And ended up drinking with them in the pub afterwards. Great looking, great lads. They really were. Great band. Little Angels. Let's see what else we've got coming up. Oh, this is controversial. This is controversial. Let's see what we've got. We can bring it up. I don't mind Tony Martin. He did all right stuff. He did. He's just overlooked because he's not that famous, but he had a great voice on him. I'll give him that. Heller's Cross and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind Tony Martin at all. Matt Barker's gonna shoot off. Matt, it's always great talking to you, Matt. I'll be ending it soon. Going to call it a night. Great live one. Good to see you back, mate. Press on. Yes. Let you know next week, mate. Thanks for talking to us. As always, a sheer pleasure. And next one from Russia. How do you feel about singing? I like him. I like Jeff Scott's go. He did Journey, didn't he? And he did WET. Is it that Scandinavian rock band? I like that band Eclipse as well. Fantastic stuff. He's got a fantastic voice on him. I do love that melodic rock type of stuff. There's any type of band I like. I do like melodic rock. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So I'm going to go in for this one more time, boys and girls. Check out Dares Abandoned. Abandoned. That's a great song, that. Put it on YouTube now. Put it on YouTube now. It's great. So, boys and girls, I thought we want to call it a night. It's been a great live one. It's been a great live one. Yeah, thank you very much. It's been great. I loved it. I love talking to everybody. Buzz, Salmon, thank you for your comments and everything. What you put on my live videos. It's always a pleasure. You can ask whatever you want, mate. It doesn't matter. I'm going to end it now. So thank you very much, everybody out there. Thank you. See you all soon next week, hopefully. Next week. It's been brilliant. Brilliant live stream tonight. Brilliant Q&A. It's always been a laugh. Always been good banter and everything like that. And